Hi, good evening, everybody. If you're out there, drop us a line chat and we'll see who we've got. We've only got two at the minute. I knew June would be one. Evening, June. Evening, make me there, and thanks a lot for the day, mate. I'll give you a bell after this. Who else we got? We're up to three now. Oh. Anybody else out there want to join in the chat? Oh, it's been a scorcher today, isn't it? Evening, Stacey. Got any more to come in? Did I don't say last week she wasn't coming? I can't remember. She would be on tonight. Oh, hello, Richard. Nice to hear from you, mate. Look at some. There's Stephen. Evening, Stephen. Jeanette. Cotton. Woof. Yes, we've been drinking the old water all day. Plenty of that. Our Carol's taking part tonight already. Oh, there's a message I missed up our Carol. Right. So Carol won't be doing the quiz tonight. So we're one down there. Eddie won't be doing it. Doesn't look like Dylan's going to be on. I think there's just the four of us tonight, people. Never mind. We'll crack on. I'll give you the subjects for tonight's questions. One is on general knowledge. Two is food and drink. Three is pop music. Four is history. Five is TV. Six is comedians. Seven is geography. Eight is films. 9 is rhymes. And 10 is words. A nice little selection there. Oh, there's Dawn. Okay, Dawn, just try and keep up as well as you can, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, question one in general knowledge. Which unit of electrical power is equal to 1000 watts? Which unit of electrical power is equal to 1000 watts? Question two. Which member of the cabinet presents the budget speech? Which member of the cabinet presents the budget speech? Question three. Which pope died in 1978 after only 33 days in office? Which pope died in 1978 after only 33 days in office? Excuse me. Question four. Which doctor wrote the Common Sense Book of Baby and Child Care? Which doctor wrote the book entitled The Common Sense Book of Baby and Child Care? And question five. In which city did the IRA trigger the 1974 pub bombings? In which city did the IRA trigger the 1974 pub bombings? Excuse me. Question two is on food and drink. First part. What was the first name of Mr. A. Guinness of the brewery fame and wonderful Nectar's beer? What was the first name of Mr. A. Guinness of the Guinness brewery fame? Question two. Which type of pastry is used in a Cornish pasty? Which type of pastry is used in a Cornish pasty? Question three. From which country did Merlot wine first originate? From which country did Merlot wine first originate? My favourite red. Question 4. Which herb, excuse me, which herb is usually used in the production of pesto? Which herb is usually used in the production of pesto? And question 5. What is the maximum number of Michelin stars that can be awarded to a restaurant? What is the maximum number of Michelin stars that can be awarded to a restaurant? Have you got all the answers down? Beg your pardon, senders are ready. When everybody's ready, we'll go through the answers. Owen's ready. Richard's ready. Stacey's ready. June's ready. And Stephen ready. Excuse me. Okay, the answers. General 1, general knowledge. Sorry, first part. The unit of electrical power equal to 1000 watts is a kilowatt. The budget speech is presented by the Chancellor of the Exchequer. The Pope that died in 1878 after only 33 days in office was John Paul I. The doctor who wrote the Common Sense Book of Baby and Child Care was Dr. Benjamin Spock. Not him off Star Trek. And which city did the IRA trigger the 1974 pub bombings? That was in Birmingham. Excuse me. Question 2 on food and drink. Mr. Guinness of the brewery fame and the wonderful beer was Arthur. The Cornish pasty is made with short crust pastry. Merlot originated in France. The herb used in pesto is basil. The maximum number of Michelin stars is 3. A 3-star Michelin restaurants. Excuse me. When you get the scores, send them through. Stacey 7, Dawn 10, June 9, Richard 7, Stephen 7. So we've got Dawn in an early lead on 10, June close behind on 9, and then 3 7s. Nice and close. Excuse me. Question 3 is on pop. I've held off for long enough. I had to put one on the Beatles. The Beatles. First part. What is Ringo Starr's real name? What is Ringo Starr's real name? Proper pop music this week, the Beatles. Question 2. What is Paul McCartney's middle name? What is Paul McCartney's middle name? Question 3. What was the first Beatles single to be released in the UK in October 1962? What was the first Beatles single to be released in the UK in October 1962? Question 4. In which German town did the Beatles build their reputation and their ability to play live? In which German town did the Beatles build their reputation and their ability to play live? And question 5. Between 1963 and 66, the Beatles had 11 consecutive UK number ones. But what, in February 1967, became the first single not to reach the number one spot? It was a double A side, and I'll give you either track. Here between 63 and 66, the Beatles had 11 consecutive UK number ones. But what, in February 1967, became the first single not to reach number one since Please Please Me in 63. It was a double A-sided single. I'll give you either track. Okay, question 4 is on history. 19th century history. 19th century history. Things that happened in the 1800s. Question 1. In which decade was slavery abolished in the British Empire? Was it the 1830s, the 1850s, or the 1870s? Which decade was slavery abolished in the British Empire? 1830s, 1850s, or 1870s? Excuse me. Question 2. Now moored at Greenwich, which famous tea clipper was launched in 1869? Now moored at Greenwich, which famous tea clipper was launched in 1869? Oh, Stacey, you're never going to win the night. I've just noticed your little chat there, mate. Having said that, I used to prefer the Stones when I was young, but I matured and learned about the Beatles' music. But that's for another time, mate. Question 3. Who in 1802, excuse me, launched her first waxworks exhibition in London? Who in 1802 launched her first waxworks exhibition in London? Question 4. Against whom did the British defend the garrison at Rorke's Drift in 1879? Against whom did the British defend the garrison at Rorke's Drift in 1879? And question 5. Who did John Wilkes Booth assassinate in 1865? Who did John Wilkes Booth assassinate in 1865? What do you think this is, Stacey? Who are you? Boom, 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 boom. No, I like the Who as well, mate. I like the Who as well. Do you want to go to the answers? Send your readies through. And when everybody's ready, we'll go through the answers and the scores. Aye, none of that little album or film either, to be honest. Right, Stacey's ready, Dawn's ready, Richard's ready. Stephen's ready. Oh, I've got June ready up there. Sorry, I was waiting by you, June, and you've already put ready. Busy talking. Anyway, the answer 3 was pop music. The Beatles. Ringo Starr's real name is Richard Starkey. Paul McCartney's middle name is Paul. It's James Paul McCartney. First Beatles single to be released in the UK in October '62 was "Love Me Do." In which German town did the Beatles build their reputation and their ability to play live? That was in Hamburg. And the first Beatles single not to reach number 1 in 1967 was a double A side of Penny Lane and Strawberry Fields Forever. And it was kept off the number 1 spot by Engelbert Humperdinck. Please release me. Tragedy. Question 4 in history, 19th century history. Which decade was slavery abolished in the British Empire? That was in the 1830s, 1833. The famous tea clipper launched in 1869 was the Cutty Sark. The 1802 waxworks exhibition was by Madame Tussaud. Against whom did the British defend the garrison at Rorke's Drift? That was the Zulus. Michael Caine film, Zulu. And who did John Wilkes Booth assassinate in 1865? That was President Lincoln. Yeah, yes, go send them through. Got any scores? Am I still getting through all right? Oh, yeah. Stephen 7 is 14. Stacey 8, 15. Dawn 8, 18. Richard 5, 12. June 6, 15. So we're done out in the lead there on 18. Excuse me. Okay, question 5 is TV. TV theme tunes. TV theme tunes. Question 1. I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts was the theme for which TV series? I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts was the theme for which TV series? Question 2. Half a World Away by Oasis was used as the closing theme to which TV series? Half a World Away by Oasis was used as the closing theme to which TV series? Question 3. Eye Level by the Simon Park Orchestra was the theme to which 70s detective show? Eye Level by Simon Park Orchestra was the theme to which 70s detective show? Question 4. Who sang I Could Be So Good For You, the theme to the TV series Minder? Who sang I Could Be So Good For You, the theme to the TV series Minder? Who was the singer? And question 5. The theme to the 80s TV series Moonlighting was sung by which American singer? The theme to the 80s TV series Moonlighting was sung by which American singer? Good question 6 is on comedians. These are quite modern comedians, so if you haven't heard of them, I'm sorry, but they are all on TV regularly. If you watch the programs there are, watch there is. QI, have I got news for you? Would I lie to you? Things like that. They're all on those sort of programs. I'll give you 5 male comedians who are either married or engaged to female comedians. So I'll give you the 5 male comedians, then I'll give you 5 female comedians. You just match them up. Okay. So your 5 male comedians are: number 1 is John Richardson. 2 is Marcus Brigstock. Marcus Brigstock. 3 is Ellis James. Ellis James. 4 is Gary Delaney. Gary Delaney. And 5 is Aid Edmondson. 5 is Aid Edmondson. I'll give you the 5 female comedians. They are Isy Suttie. That's ISY SUTTIE, Isy Suttie. Jennifer Saunders. Lucy Beaumont. Rachel Parrish. And Sarah Millican. Isy Suttie, Jennifer Saunders, Lucy Beaumont, Rachel Parrish, and Sarah Millican. So your answer for number 1 is: who was John Richardson either engaged or married to? 2, Marcus Brigstock. 3, Ellis James. 4, Gary Delaney. And 5, Aid Edmondson. When you get all your answers down, senders are ready. Stacey, ready? Richard, ready? Stephen, ready? June, ready? Just waiting on Dawn. She may be having problems with her Wi-Fi. Just give her a couple of minutes. There's Dawn. Okay, the TV theme tunes. I'll Be There For You by the Rembrandts, the theme tune for Friends. Half a World Away by Oasis was featured on The Royal Family. Eye Level by the Simon Parker Orchestra was a theme tune to Van der Valk. I Could Be So Good For You from Minder, excuse me, was sung by Dennis Waterman. And the TV series Moonlighting, the theme tune was sung by Al Jarreau. A big hit with it over here, I think. Al Jarreau. Comedians and comedians. John Richardson is married to Lucy Beaumont. Marcus Brigstock is married to Rachel Parrish. Ellis James is engaged to Izzy Sooty. Gary Delaney is married to Sarah Milligan. And Ade Edmondson married to Jennifer Saunders. Excuse me. When you've got your scores, send them through. Stacey 722. Dawn 826. Richard 820. Good comeback round, Richard. June 7. Was it 22? Stephen 9. Was it 23? Yeah, that's right. So we've got Dawn out in front on 26. Stephen and Jeanette on 23. June on 22. Stacey on 22. And Richard on 20. Not much in it. As we go into question 7 on geography. All five parts on geography. There are 5 UK cities that begin with the letter P. Name them. 5 places in the UK officially designated as cities. That's England, Scotland, Wales, and Northern Ireland. That begin with the letter P. Name them. We had beer films questions. You can be thinking about the P questions if you need to while you're answering these. Films is connections. Which actor connects the two films of each part? Will be the year the film was released and the film, two films to each part, is an actor connects the two films. For one, 1991 film Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and the 1995 film Seven. 1991 film Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and the 1995 film Seven. Question 2. The 1981 film The French Lieutenant's Woman, and the 2018 film Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. The French Lieutenant's Woman and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again. Number 3. The 1976 film Carrie, and the 1994 film Pulp Fiction. 1976 film Carrie, and the 1994 film Pulp Fiction. Number 4. The 1969 film Easy Rider, and the 1992 film A Few Good Men. 1969 film Easy Rider, and the 1992 film A Few Good Men. And question 5. The 1973 film The Sting, and the 1998 film The Horse Whisperer. 1973 film The Sting, the 1998 film The Horse Whisperer. You've got all the answers, senders are ready. Stephen's ready. Stacey's ready. June's ready. Richard's ready. Waiting on Dawn. 3 again. On the films, question 3 was Carrie, the 1976 film, and Pulp Fiction, the 1994 film. No problem, Dawn. Carrie and Pulp Fiction. No problem, Dawn, no problem. Okay, your answers. Geography. 5 UK cities that begin with the letter P. They are Perth, or Perth, Peterborough, Plymouth, Portsmouth, and Preston. Perth, Peterborough, Plymouth, Portsmouth, and Preston. And the actors that connect the films: Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and Seven. That'll be Morgan Freeman. The French Lieutenant's Woman and Mamma Mia, Here We Go Again, Meryl Streep. Carrie and Pulp Fiction was John Travolta. John Travolta was in Carrie. Easy Rider and A Few Good Men was Jack Nicholson. And The Sting and the Horse Whisperer, Robert Redford. Morgan Freeman, Meryl Streep, John Travolta, Jack Nicholson, Robert Redford. You've got your scores. Send them through. Stacey, 9. Gives you 31. Cracking score, Stacey. Dawn, 7. 34. Richard, 7. 27. June, 7 is 29. Excuse me. And Stephen, 9 is 32. Good round as well, Stephen. So we've currently got Dawn on 34, Stephen on 32, Stacey on 31, June on 29, and Richard on 27. Still nice and close. 2 rounds to go. Question 9 is on rhymes. 2 questions to each part. You need to answer both parts, but the answers rhyme. Okay, there's 2 questions per part. Answer both parts, and the answers rhyme. Number 1, the name of the first cloned sheep, and Connie Booth's character first name in Fawlty Towers. Name of the first cloned sheep, and Connie Booth's character first name in Fawlty Towers. Those answers rhyme. Question 2. Weapon associated with frontiersman Jim Bowie and a TV series of the 70s that starred Richard Briers and Felicity Kendall. Weapon associated with frontiersman Jim Bowie and the TV series of the 70s starred Richard Briers and Felicity Kendall. Question 3. The pop star who starred in the 1982 movie Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, and the abbreviated form of a British reality television series based in Brentwood. Pop star who starred in the 1982 movie Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, and the abbreviated form of a British reality TV series based in Brentwood. Question 4. The type of biscuit named after an Italian general, the Scottish singer of the 2019 hit Someone You Loved. Type of biscuit named after an Italian general, the Scottish singer of the 2019 hit Someone You Loved. Excuse me. Question 5. English romantic poet who wrote Ode to a Skylark and female star of the Hitchcock film To Catch a Thief. English romantic poet who wrote Ode to a Skylark, female star of the Hitchcock film To Catch a Thief. Okay, question 10 is on words, American words, well, Americanisms, or basically, what do Americans call what we call? What do Americans call what we call? Number 1, autumn. We say it's autumn. What do Americans say? Number 2, biscuit. We call them biscuits. What do Americans call them? Number 3, chemist shops. Chemist shops. Number 4, curtains. Curtains. Number 5, crossroads. Crossroads. What do Americans call what we call autumn, biscuits, chemist shop, curtains, crossroads. When you've got all the answers, senders are ready through. And when everybody's ready, we'll go through the last lot of answers and then scores. Stacey ready, Richard ready. Dawn ready. June ready. And there's Stephen ready. Okay, the rhymes. Number one, the first clone sheep and Connie Booth's character in Fawlty Towers. That was Dolly and Polly. Dolly and Polly. Two, the weapon associated with frontiersman Jim Bowie and TV series of the 70s. It starred Richard Briers and Felicity Kendall. That was a knife and The Good Life. I just realised when I was reading these out that on three it could be construed a little bit differently, but my version was the pop star starred in the 1982 movie Merry Christmas, Mr. Lawrence, and the abbreviated form of British reality TV series based in Brentwood. That was David Bowie and Towie. I know some people do call him David Bowie, and I just said the frontiersman was called Jim Bowie, which that's how I say it, Jim Bowie, but I do actually say David Bowie. So anyway, it was Bowie and Towie. I'm sorry if I put you off. The type of biscuit, named after an Italian general and Scottish singer of the 2019 hit Someone You Loved. That is Garibaldi and Lewis Capaldi. The English romantic poet who wrote Ode to a Skylark and the female star of the Hitchcock film To Catch a Thief, Percy Shelley, Grace Kelly. Percy Shelley and Grace Kelly. American words, what Americans call what we call autumn is the fall. Biscuits are cookies. Chemist shops are drugstores. Curtains are drapes. And crossroads are intersections. Fall, cookie, drugstore, drapes, and intersections. When you got your scores, send them through. Oh. Stacey 8:39. Richard 10. Excellent, Richard 37. Stephen 9:41. No problem, Don. It's great to have you. 9 is 43. I think that makes you winners. And June 9 makes it 38. Yeah, so it's Dawn on 43. Stacey on 39. Oh no, sorry, Stephen on 41. Then Stacey on 39, June on 38, and Richard on 37. Good quiz, good scores. Well done, people. Good standard, that. I hope you all enjoyed that. If you did, we'll have a quiz next Tuesday, as usual. Same time, same back channel. Look after yourselves. Hope you haven't all melted the day. I very nearly did, I'm sure. But, we'll see you all next week. Okay. Good night. Look after each other. Bye.